Well, hello everybody. Welcome for another episode of Friday Night Bricks. This is number 44. I was going to work on an intro video tonight, but welcome for another episode of Friday Night Bricks. Oh, look at that amateur hour. I was going to work on an intro video. Amateur hour, sorry. Yep, was going to work on a video, but I hurt my ear cutting my hair. You know, Chester wasn't there to stop the razor, so it cut the ear. I mean, it did a nice number. I had blood everywhere. So, but it's an ear, and it just was like the lobe. It didn't really do much damage, so I didn't feel the need to go anywhere else. So tonight basically I'm gonna be working. I got a show tomorrow at the Monona Library here in Madison. So I'm kind of just gonna be prepping some stuff. Chester will probably be chilling back here in the toy box, you know, just kind of watching from there. But basically what I'm going to be doing is, I've been working on my Mills plates lately. I've been trying to give them a white edge. These don't have the white Technic, but the ones down on the floor down there, if you look right straight here, closest to the bottom of the screen, there are a bunch that do, right in front of that bag of 1x2 white plates. All those have white everything. So they got white 1x4 Technic, they got the bricks and all that. So that's kind of, those are getting ready for shows so I can actually do it. The only thing that made it that I could not switch, I wanted to switch, was the barn. It's on Mills. It's going to take some work because the barn is built almost to the edges of all those plates. So lifting it up is going to be tough. Uh-oh, someone's here.
Hello.
So
okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm going to get my table set up and then leave to eat dinner, and then I'll come back.
Sounds good. Just go ahead and mute yourself, or I can mute you, whatever, while you're, doing whatever. So.
Yeah, so while I clear off my table, I'll be on here, but my dad should be home with dinner sometime soon, and then I'll watch the stream.
Bye. So basically, I got a little bit more, 104 of the Technic bricks. The ones I had before wasn't enough, so to get some more. So basically what I'm kind of working on right now is I'm kind of working on trying to build, I kind of figured I needed a trench. So I needed a trench for my guys to kind of walk through. So this will be the front away from the castle, so I just got to slope it up. But I was actually kind of working a little bit of a hiding area here. So underneath, they needed to kind of stone stuff, which is always good. And looking at that. So basically, it's one of those things where just kind of working on some mills tonight, just working on some ideas, try to figure out how to make this a little bit more interesting. Give me some more stuff in here. So I just got to figure out how wide I can make the trench. I don't need to make it too wide, I guess, but I guess it'd probably be kind of nice if I could actually have guys standing and have guys walking past. So I don't know how to get that. Other than that, waiting for more people to show up. I'm not sure where everybody's at tonight. But I guess we'll see. I'm digging in some of my stuff here. Luckily I have some of my noodles here, so I was going to use the noodles, I think, maybe. At least maybe on the edges anyways. I don't know, I'll have to figure this out. And we will see. So the goal is to kind of build this up. So I was trying to figure out, if I do it about this height, it might be almost too tall for the bears. So I'll have to probably elevate the plates and stuff in here a little bit. Trenches I don't think were that big back in the days. So I guess I need to probably need to do some research and see. I don't think trenches were really that big. Plus, it was kind of those things where kind of need to do a Hoth type thing for May the 4th. So I was thinking of trying to use like the Wizard of Oz characters, maybe build like a yellow brick road. Actually, I like the gold, so it'd probably be a yellow gold road type kind of thing. But as you can see on the floor, I've been working on the castle. The castle now has a full moat. The moat is completely around the castle at this point in time. I finished that later this week.
Wow, that is big.
So yeah, it's getting there. Yep. So I still have to do the inside keep, and I still need to move the town. I was going to say, oh, I could leave the town and put, 16 by 32s on the side, but when I redid this, everything is off by 2 studs. So, because I mean, actually, it would be based on the gatehouse. I mean, I guess I could slide. I'd still have to redo it. So, I mean, if I had the gatehouse was over 2 studs one way or the other, I could actually probably keep the this town all together and just do extra mills plates on the edge, which actually I have built right here, sitting on the table. But that kind of was kind of heartbreaking there to see that, because I mean, it'd be a lot of work to move everything 2 studs. So the town can be redone anyway. So kind of see Bevan's Bricks is accepting display mocks for his convention center. Not sure what that is. Is that pasta? Is that a show or something? I'm not familiar with that, so no. So basically, I'm trying to visualize to see. Yeah, I guess they can still see over the top as long as there's not too much sloped, and as long as I maybe have it on the bottom. I guess the goal is not to have your head up where you can get hit, I suppose. Anyway, so. If those noodles are going to do what I want them to do. I need some hinge plates. Let's see here. Actually, I wonder if I can even do. And so I don't have much in the way of bricks. So basically, I've been using all my 1x2 and 1x4 white plates to do bricks until I can locate some of my stuff. So for all my friends out there watching these, if you're shopping at the stores, keep your eyes peeled. I'm looking for obviously 1x4 white plates, 1x2 white plates, and then of course the 1x2, 1x2, the L plates. If you see those two, those would be the 3 plates I'd be looking for. Anybody sees those out in the wild, out in the stores, definitely let me know so I can kind of go out and take a look and see if I need some of those. So I guess I'm kind of trying to see how I can figure out how to maybe do some stuff here. Let's see if maybe there's a way to kind of have maybe some snow. I think how that would work. Trying to see if I could build a little bit of a snow, maybe in the center here, where that kind of, that's not going to work because it's too high. Something like that, maybe.
My dad has just arrived, so I'll be back soon.
Okay. Oh, yeah, sounds good. Oh, pasta. Oh, you mean like, is that like mini land scale? I know there's some mini land scale stuff out there. Thinking maybe that might be something of what you're talking about. I know they've had one at Brickworld the last few years, and I keep forgetting to build a mini land scale mock for that display. One of these years I'll have to do that. Probably once I get my own, once I get a sig fig made. I'm actually still in the debation process of what to do for that. That's going to be at some point. So, considering how big Hope Castle is, it would be pretty massive here. So let's see. I think that would be. Look at all my tiles. I had white tiles at one point in time. Well, there's the other ones of those. That's the problem. A lot of my stuff just manages to disappear. I'm not expecting it to. Plates. Some white tiles at one point. Nope. Kind of, they might work a little bit. Oh, there's a whole cup of them. A hoping I counted them, but I don't know if I did or not. Just trying to see some stuff here, see if this would. It actually would work pretty nice. So obviously this is kind of boring with just myself, which kind of does stink. So maybe I'll have to. Actually, you know what? I'll actually turn this over here. Trying to see what I'm working on. If my camera plays nice, okay. As you can see, I'm kind of working on this, and basically, if the ice bear stands like this, his eyes are barely over the top. So, obviously, won't be over the top of the center section here. Just still kind of a work in progress. So, but just trying to debate how wide to make the trench. Oh, that's kind of the kickers. It's going to have to be. Oh, I got the Mills Technic bricks, which actually, you know what? It might be something where I have to use a smaller brick and hope that I can connect. So. Oh, thanks, Blaze. Well, you know, if you're around later, you know, just let me know. You're welcome to jump in and have some fun with us. So basically, I think on this one, I'm going to have to just do a single Technic brick there, just to kind of give me a wide enough. I think I want to do, if I'm not mistaken, I think I want to do, I'll try and do 5. I think we'll do not kind of a good number. It's kind of an odd number, but we will do that. That'll actually work. And actually, that's going to mess up that a little bit, but it is facts of life. So I'm going to actually, it might be able to, for a change, actually use 2 of my 1x16 bricks. So I won't use too many of these in this project, otherwise it'll kind of meet the purpose. Okay, so this and this, and that'll be about 5 there. And then this is going to have to be, this can be here. So I'm not sure who's going to join me tonight. I'm hoping I get some people in here, because otherwise it's just watching me, and that is only so exciting. You know, you can only handle so much of me at once. Hinkle is in New York City, so he may not be making an appearance at all. Gonna message some stuff here and see. So we'll see who jumps in. I mean, and if you're somebody who's watching and you don't have an invite and you want an invite, let me know. I can go check my email. You can just send an email to scoop_shovel@yahoo.com, and I can get you an invite. So basically, we're just going to be playing with this and seeing how we can make this work. I just want to make sure this guy can walk through here. Might be some segments where it might not be quite exactly what I'm hoping for. Gosh, I hate to use 1x1s here, but trying to think here. Might have to sacrifice some 1x1s for the better good. I guess I could use clear for ice. We'll do white for now. So basically, I'm just trying to basically figure out how to set this up. Goal is just to always add some different things to the mix for the castle. It is something, you know, I do take to Chicago, so the goal is to make it as different as possible if I can, just so that there's, you know, reasons to kind of look at it and enjoy it. So that is the kind of the goal for that right now, is just getting it prepped for Chicago, and, you know, using smaller portions of it for local shows. WISLUG actually has 2 shows tomorrow. They have one down in Elkhorn, and they have one at the Monona Library. So I'll be taking a small portion of the castle here to the Monona Library. But I'm just kind of trying to play here. I just want to kind of get a little bit of an area here. I was thinking a little bit of an area, maybe an arm storage, or maybe even possibly a kind of a little bit of a sleep storage. I do kind of like the noodles, but I don't know if they're going to work. Look, I don't know if they're going to work for this, from the simple fact that when I get sloped here, it's not going to look very good. So, well, the noodles would be cool. They are not going to work for this. So I'll put those back in there. There's some of these guys, though. These guys might work. They're 3. Means I guess it could be, if the goal is to have, let's see here. No, hang on. Really, and I have to try and figure out how to do this, how to bring this up at a gradual pace here. Don't have a lot of slopes. That's kind of the other kicker right now, is I don't have access. I don't have easy access to a lot of my livestock in the castle. Actually, when I showed this, when you look at the castle, I do have a pig. I'm gonna have to freaking turn this a little bit. I don't have a good camera. That brown spot there in the town is the pig pen. So there are pigs. It's pretty much the most livestock you're gonna see. Yes, that sounds like fun, Kevin. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So basically, just trying to figure out, how far in I want to go. I guess to make it happen for that hidden section, I guess. So the goal, I guess, would be to have. Oh, somebody's here. Who's this? Is that you, Tanya?
Hey, Reed. How are you?
Pretty good. The towers gave it away. So
the towers, yeah, from my
your town supports gave it away.
Oh goodness.
So basically, I'm just kind of working on some mills tonight. Been basically doing a fair amount of that lately. Getting ready for Brick World for the most part. A little bit stuff here and there. Been, like I said earlier, I've been tweaking all my mills plates. I was able to get some 1x4 Technic bricks. Actually, probably ordered about as much as I would have done on Lugbook had it made our list, but I actually I think I've done about 200 already so far.
Nice.
But I mean, that way I can get stuff done, and then I'm not waiting for anything. So I mean, the goal here is, I guess, trying to figure out how deep I want to go in here. The one thing I have to realize is once there's a top, there's no getting the guys out. So I guess that would actually, really. I guess that might give the idea that they could actually walk by, I guess, if they something like that, I guess.
Who's in the chat today?
There's a few people lurking. There's some stuff going on. People eating.
And Mr. Hinkle is at least in the chat. M-Lego. Hi, M-Lego. Good evening.
M-Lego is
with
actually
an A, not an O, please.
Oh, now you're gonna be picky.
Yeah. One. It's like data and data. One's my name. One is not. That's some old next gen humor there.
Well, I guess what they really should say then is they should just say hello, kitten, or hello, Brick
Hello,
Kitten.
Kitten Works. Hello, Miss Brick Kitten. Hello, Tanya.
And then that way they don't have to worry about
No problem.
mistake with your name.
Yeah,
So.
no problem. It's a common mistake. It's not as bad if you're just hearing my name, but when I send an email to someone at work and they reply and they misspell it, and it's like, dude, my name is right there in the header, and you misspelled it. You know, if you just hear my name, I can understand going, oh yeah, whatever. But yeah, just the thing, not a big deal. So you're working on Mills plates. I'm working on Mills plates too, actually. I've got 2 more Mills plates to do in that back corner over there.
Yep, Mills.
So
Mills, tasty.
so you can see that I've got everything kind of going. I've got the supports in. I haven't been building much in the past few days. I've been working too much and tired. I got a little bit of the creepy crud from one of the Petri dishes that show up at our shows. But it's all right, you know.
That's kind of how it goes sometimes. So
I could have probably gotten it from work too, because the creeping crud has been spreading around there too. So it could have been from anywhere, honestly. You know.
Guess as long as these guys don't get stuck in here too far, I am okay. You get stuck in here, I am stuck.
Oh, why would it get stuck? What are you doing?
I am building a. Well, if you look at this guy,
right?
that should give you an idea of what I'm trying to build. Hopefully, you can guess by looking at that guy what I'm trying to build.
Some kind of prison, or
no. Think of the Battle of Hoth, and that should give you an idea of what I'm trying to
trenches.
build.
Yes, are you building trenches?
I'm building trenches. I haven't built any yet. I figured that would be something cool to build. I might even, because I'm trying to, we're doing a May the 4th event, and I was thinking, we've got the Wizard of Oz stuff. I need like a yellow brick road, and I just need a yellow brick road that kind of, or I might use gold, but, have the road like go right over and down through the trench and be like, yes, you need to do that, but you need to be very careful of your surroundings and make sure you aren't in the line of fire as you decide to skip through that area there. So. But yeah, I have a show tomorrow, so this will be show number 3 this year already. So we've done.
I have.
Yeah, so I did. So I did children's music
shows too. Oh, crazy! 3 shows. You did the children. What did you do? A children's museum?
Children's museum, and then we did. Then I did a library. We did a library show a couple weeks ago, and then I did. And then tomorrow will be another library show. So there's a maker fair too, but it's farther away, and actually, I don't. I hope I'm not supposed to be there. I don't know truly where I'm supposed to be. So if anybody from WISLUG is actually listening, I actually had the guy from the Monona show actually reached out to me and said, "Oh, here, you can come to this one. It's much closer." And I'm like, "Okay, that works." I did sign up for both though, but the maker fair only has a couple tables, and so for me, I have since I have a fairly large footprint for mine, even just a small part of it is really large. Half a table, so
dominating the place, yeah. So
yeah, so for me it was like, okay, so but yeah, so basically I'm just messing with this and trying to see if I can make this work and playing with. I have crap. Now I lost those already.
Stop losing stuff, Reed.
Well, I grabbed the. Grab the tiles, the cup of tiles you sent me, those white tiles. It'd be cool if those showed up back on the wall again, but basically I'm kind of just hoping for plates. 1x1s, or actually 1x1s would be a long shot, but 1x2s, 1x4s, or even the the 1x2 L plate would be kind of cool too. So if those show up on the wall, those are kind of looking for. So
Looking for those in white, I'm sure, right?
white plates, yeah. They've been on the wall a couple times. I don't know when they'll show up again. So
I think there's a 1x1 L on the wall, or a 2x1, 2x2, whatever that L shape is. I think there's one of those on the wall right now.
I think Ken had said he was going to take a look. Yeah. I think Hoosier was going to check too. Actually, I did take some pictures today. I actually went outside and actually, I got home. It was actually rather nice outside today. So I actually took some really cool pictures. I have to figure out where I'm going to use them. Actually, I got to crop it too a little bit, but see, my ice bears are on Mount Everest. So,
Nice.
They had to use dragons. They had to use dragons because obviously, when they get to the peak, they needed to need more footing. So so I took those, and actually I was like, I've got a couple where, and that one even without cropping has trees in the background. I was like, well, trees in Mount Everest probably aren't going to work, but so if I crop them just right, that's why that one actually has trees on the very edges, but I can crop it and it'll look cool. So that's why I made sure I tried to take it so it looked like they're facing the sky. No slice tonight. What? Hey, Hoosier. Yeah, well, Hoosier, you can jump in too if you'd like. The more the merrier. I'm not gonna complain. Always nice to have more people in here. No, I misplaced my 2x2 jumper plate in white that I actually had, and that should be part of a. Here it is. No, I didn't know. They're right here. Because actually, I experimented with them for a while because they were asked. I think those also were on the wall at one point. Hey, Iceberg. So I was actually playing with them. Experimenting with them, just making kind of like a pillar, just spinning them with a pillar with that center. And I thought that was kind of cool. Obviously, you would have to be respinning those towers all the time because they would obviously come unspun at certain points in time. So to figure out how I can put these bears in.
Who's your shiny iceberg? Hey people, how's everyone?
So that's not going to work. So there, and then that's not what I wanted to do either. So I only get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But that, I don't know if that's going to work. That guy, and then so Shiny's in the chat. Everybody's here. There's people in the chat. There's just not very many people in here. So.
It's quiet. Look, I got more sig fig here. Yay!
Oh, hold on. You were on the big screen. Let's see here. Let's.
More sig fig minifig here. It's cool. Not the orangish one. It's the darker brown. It's actually that color is closer to my natural color, the brown, the medium brown. So I don't mind.
Yeah, I need to build a sig fig, but I'm gonna actually probably have to go through. At some point, I'll probably have to go through either Tommy Armstrong or Eclipse Graphics and have make me a special torso for that. So,
what kind of torso are you gonna have?
Oh, mine's gonna be special.
Speed.
I need to have maybe some stuff put on it, some printing of sorts and whatnot. So. Well, it depends. I need to figure that out because actually, I've got obviously Lego is my only hobby. Bowling's another one. So, thinking of maybe getting my nickname on the back of the shirt and some fancy script letters. So we'll see. Just trying to see if this is closed. How are these guys gonna?
Bricks and Minifig had a complete TIE fighter for $40, so I picked it up.
Actually, you know what? I saw the Imperial one at a store recently on sale, but it wasn't super on sale. It was like maybe 15 off, and I was kind of shocked to still see it in the store. But that's kind of those things. It's just me. I spot stuff like that, and I kind of laugh. I'm like, wow, that's still out.
Yeah, the TIE Fighter has actually been pretty highly rated. People like it, so it's been.
Yeah, I mean, I trying to avoid spending any money. So I mean, the goal is, I mean, I need to get into my storage. I got into my storage. So I got my walls, as you can see on the castle. So
Right.
But I need to get in and try and start selling some of it and try and see if I can get decent money for it. And so, and I don't think I can get into the bigger storage right now, anyways, because the bigger storages, I don't know if they didn't do something right when they did it or whatnot, because there's actually water and ice, actually technically ice at this point in all those units, and so I don't know what happened. But,
that's not good.
So I wonder if that's even going to work. I wonder if I should just. And as some people may have saw earlier, I actually did injure myself earlier tonight.
Oh no! Why?
I was cutting my hair and was cutting my hair in an area. It was probably my little sister reaching out and saying, you know what, Mom said to do it this way, and you didn't do it Mom's way, and so you know what? When you hit your ear like that, I am gonna just push a little harder. So I cut my ear. I cut my ear. You know, you can see a Band-Aid up on my ear here. I gouged it pretty good. There was a fair amount of blood coming out. I'm like, I was doing something. You know, I maybe scraping some hair off my head or something. You know, some of the freshly cut hair, and I was like, what is this? Or I put my hand on my head to feel, and I'm like, whoa, where's blood from? And I look at my ear, I'm like, whoa, oh, okay, yeah, that's not a good thing. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing that.
I guess
So I was like, that's not the way it's supposed to happen. Wow, tiles do not come up very well. Uh-oh, Ken is in the house, and he is muted, so I don't. Hopefully, he knows that.
And I've picked up some scout troopers.
Oh yeah, actually the biker scouts.
Yep.
I actually have a picture somewhere floating around. I found the thumbnail of me wearing a biker helmet from when I did one of the club meetings at the Lego store. They let me put the helmet on. I took a picture with me in my apron, so
nice.
That's pretty cool. I'm actually going to work on it. That was what I was going to do until I cut my ear. I was actually going to cut my hair and work on my Friday Night Bricks intro video, and so I had lots of cool ideas.
That is a Ken Marlowe Bricks has joined us. Hi, Ken.
Hi. Sorry, I jumped on the stream, and right when I jumped on, the dog started whining. So I'm like, oh shit, gotta mute it. So.
Well, you know, it's a dog. You know,
puppy. Life is so horrible as a dog. No one understands his pain.
Come on, up.
Poor puppy.
Well, and they've been out in the mud and everything too, so that doesn't help any.
Look, we've got a squirrel at this end.
Squirrel. Oh goodness.
No, he's not looking. I don't think dogs have that good vision of seeing the computer monitor.
No,
TVs only, I guess.
Yeah, I have seen them look at TVs.
I've seen them look at TVs, but I don't know if they're reacting to just a movement or just the sound. I don't know what their acuity is for watching it.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So
and my dog, when I was a kid, my dog would react to cats on TV. He'd go nuts. He'd start barking at the TV if he heard a cat.
Okay. Well.
Anywho. So, Mr. Ken, how are you this evening? What you working on?
I'm tired. I'm really tired. I'm working on the remainder of my cleaning project later. And
silly puppy.
And this is the remainder of my cleaning project Lego. I have the instructions, well, the printed piece counts in front of me for the Grand Emporium, and I'm just debating if I really want to start pulling parts for it or not. Long day and tired, and
I pulled my Saturn V out the other day from storage. It's sitting over in a bag over there. So,
you gonna build it?
If someone built, I want to build it with somebody. I don't want to build it myself. So at some point, yeah.
Yeah, I need to get Saturn V, but I don't know. I'm waiting for a good time. A lot of my new and box sets, I'm actually waiting to. I need to take care of this. I brought it all out. I had it in my other room, so I brought it all into here and consolidated. And then I have over. If I can get it far enough over there. I think that stack, that multicolor stack right there.
Mm-hmm.
That is all that's my 2 sort pile. So that's my pile of shame. And then once I get that all sorted, I want to actually rearrange this room a little bit. So maybe next year, I'll be at a point that I'm like, okay, I can start building again.
Cool.
But I need to decide what I'm going to do for Denver. What are we calling it now? Denver Pop Culture Con.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and I need to decide what I'm going to do for that and work on that project. Yeah, there's a lot on the plate, and it's just you keep thinking like, oh, I want to build this, and life happens.
Yeah, I've noticed that's a thing.
I want to be able to get into storage just so I can find some of the stuff I've got. You know, I mean, obviously I was out there the other day and I had a blanket. I picked up some magnetic hooks at Walmart so I can actually hang a blanket from my van, which is metal, in the storage, so we keep some of the wind out. It was still a little icy for that, so I was kind of like, I'll just kind of wait a little bit. So, but at some point, I need to basically work on that a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, is if it's still icy at the storage.
Well, I was able to get into it. So I mean, I was able to get into it because it's super bad, but it is what it is. It is, it's been kind of interesting. So, but once I got into it again, it was nice. So at least be able to get in there, kind of, it's still tough because there's a lot of stuff in there, and the bins are stacked. I mean. The bin, you look at my bins over here and they're stacked, 4 high or whatever, over there. My bins are stacked 4 or 5 high, maybe 6 high in storage, and there's stuff on top of them. And so, it's kind of.
Sure.
It's a disaster.
Pretty much a giant disaster. But, and that's why I'd like to get a bigger one, and then trim it down and all that stuff. So, kind of see.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh,
Ken, we're still on for tomorrow, right? We're gonna go over.
Yes, ma'am.
Sweet. What time you plan on picking me up?
Do you want me to pick you up, or you want to just come down here and meet at my house?
Either way, I'm fine either way. Because you live south of me, right?
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna go straight down Hamden.
Okay. So, I could get to you.
What do you guys got going on tomorrow?
We're doing a little Lego dinner thing with a couple of the people in the group.
Yeah, we're gonna hit with Jennifer and her husband.
Oh, you guys talking May the 4th stuff maybe, or just whatever?
We're not sure. May the 4th.
Yeah, we'll probably talk about May the 4th stuff because that's a necessary thing. They want to do Battle of Hoth this year, and I'm like, I have nothing for Battle of Hoth.
Yeah, I see now. I'm such a non-Star Wars fan. Like I enjoy the movies and everything. Hoth was the ice planet.
Yep.
Okay. So it's gonna be a lot of white.
Yep.
Yeah, like what I got. Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of white, but I was going to do Winter Village for it, but I guess. So the nice thing is that with Randy going, he's a big Star Wars fan, so maybe you guys can convince him to do a mock. But I have a really hard time sharing my Lego, so you might just go, no, I don't want to touch it because I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm trying to do is something like that also. So that's kind of why I'm building what I'm building, is so that, you know, for our May the 4th, I've got something also in case they want to do the same kind of thing. So
yeah.
That's the goal. I mean, and I have lots of snow speeders. You know, obviously, the Ice Bears fly most of them, but I mean, you know, someone else could maybe, you know, and actually, that's probably who would be flying it anyway. So they're the best pilots.
Oh. Sorry.
They're fighting again. They must be fighting again. So.
Yeah, they're playing. Past, way over there. Past all the stuff that I need to put away.
Nice.
Ah, the silly puppies. Very silly puppies.
This is a good place. I guess I could use my plates. Let's see here. Use my jumper plates as people stand, I guess. Yeah, that'd be perfect. Okay. So that's good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, May the 4th will be here before you know it. I mean, this year is just going by super fast.
So I usually, what I like to do, because I get kind of frustrated and I'm digging for parts, is I like to pre-pull all the parts on a list. I print out the pages from the PDF that has all the parts listed, and I like either that or I do Bricklink and I cross them all off as I find them. But like this has 3 pages of parts, and I'm like, maybe I should just start building it and finding the parts as I go.
Yeah.
It has like so many parts. What I just did the red train, the old red passenger train, and I laid out all the parts as I found them, and then before I didn't do anything else, and I just built it from the parts I'd laid out, and that worked pretty well. But I don't have enough room to do that here now with this one.
Yeah, one's a bigger challenge than the passenger train, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so.
That was a good train. I enjoyed that one. I have a few of those.
I don't know. Like, I didn't think as I was building it, I didn't really care for it. I'll probably leave it built for a while and see if I like it. But it didn't seem like it was one of Lego's best builds. But I figure it's an older train, so maybe they learned a few things since then. Because the newer ones I like a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, trains are trains, and I actually have a fair amount of them, and so the red one I just at the time enjoyed it, and so I actually bought I think I bought a damaged one at the store. I was able to build who's
what?
Oh, so Bubba's like, I don't want May the 4th because that means Philly is over. Well, I'm not going to Philly, so Bubba's like, I hear Chewy. Who's housing the Wookiee? And
that's Ken.
That's Ken. That's Ken's dogs. Yeah, they sound just like Chewy. And actually, what's ironic is they're actually chewing, so I mean that actually does make kind of sense.
Well, they're chewing on each other, but yeah.
So yeah. Actually, I can't go to Philly this year. Maybe next year, we'll see. I did tell my mom I was taking a lot of heat on the internet for it, but when I told her I was kind of like, you know, since I can't afford it, she did applaud me for that. So I'm gonna take the dogs too, because the dogs will lick my fingers, and my fingers are probably healed. So. I'm just gonna put my finger to the screen. Ken, can you just have your dog lick my finger?
Yeah, they would love that.
Give him the taste of Reed's blood.
I want more then. So, Kevin's on a train from New York. He was in New York City today.
Yeah, we were trying to guilt him last night into streaming from the train, but he didn't want to do it. He thought it'd be a little weird, holding the camera and or like asking a passenger, "Here, can you film me while I do this build?"
Well, and what's wild too is I was hoping because I didn't have a stream today, and I was kind of lost. But I actually had time and stuff to listen today. But I actually did actually I listened to most of episode 25. The continuity is still something that's kind of getting to me. The continuity just it used to be kind of there, and it's just not there anymore. It's
Continuity. What's continuity?
Well, I mean, at the rate they're going, Kevin's story might take 100+ episodes at the rate they're going. I mean, even though he's, I know where he's getting to, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, he blew through Arizona pretty fast. That was only a couple episodes.
Yeah, he was only there a little bit. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, I like it, but it's like the thing that makes his story so good is the cliffhanger. So he had a cliffhanger, he had it, and then Bricksmith ruined it. It's like, oh, I don't want to hear. No, that's what makes this thing so good. That's what makes his story so good is if he's got a cliffhanger, it's gonna leave everybody in their seats. If you say, oh, I don't want another one of those, and it says, no, it won't be another one, then well, there goes that fun part of the whole stream right there. I guess I can just wait for something else to happen, and I think that's what kind of to me is frustrating. Is it's like it could be just legendary, and it's kind of like it's starting to
always leave them wanting more.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what made the one, which really didn't actually get talked about much in the 14 that I was on, was where he talked about the incident where the person was, doing some crazy stuff at the store in Arizona and stuff. So he left you with a massive cliffhanger, and then the next episode started, and it really didn't have it. That, or I think what happened was he did all the Q&As after that, and you were like, oh. And so when he came back to it, you were kind of like, well, I really didn't have the kind of, just didn't feel like they had completed the way you had hoped it would be. So
sure.
But that's what makes his so
now we get the fandom feedback on the show.
Trust me, I've been on it. I mean, that's what's so funny is I comment, and then they're like, yeah, we got to make our, Reed's been commenting about the introductions lasting half the stream, so we need to work on, getting that shorter. So I go, yep, that's good. Makes sense. Yeah, I enjoy that. Yep. Because that's kind of the thing is you want to make sure that it's, what I forgot is there was going to be the yellow brick road through here, and I actually messed up. So.
Well, it's funny because you told them that. I think they made the introductions longer.
Yeah, no. That's good for you.
Yeah, I was listening to it on my commute and other times like that, and I finally got caught up. So I was pretty happy to finally get caught up and actually be able to keep up with it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to listen to. I definitely do like that. I mean, it's definitely a fun read to listen to. So. I'm gonna make my yellow brick road a yellow gold road.
Yellow brick road, huh? You gotta be careful putting a string of yellow through a white snowfield.
Yeah, right.
Why?
What are you working on, Tanya?
I grabbed some bits and pieces for Mills plates. I've got 2 more Mills plates to do over in the corner. Okay. And then I'm working on like a cliffside way over here. So where that cabinet is, I'm gonna make it look like a tunnel coming out of a cliff wall. So, That is the direction I'm going. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, are you able to run your trains?
Unfortunately, no. I have like no space.
Right.
I have
It
no
looks
space
like
to
you're just more of a static display.
Yeah.
I didn't know if maybe you had an Arduino or something in there that was made them go back and forth. Or...
It would be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's only about 8 feet of length here.
Oh,
So-
what's your width? What's your width?
No, from the cabinet to the wall. So from the bookcase all the way over to the wall, it's probably about 9 feet total.
What's your depth? I guess. What's your depth that you have?
30 inches.
Yeah,
I mean,
it looks like just like an 8-foot countertop.
Basically. So
Hey,
there's
Lego.
not even room to do a loop. So
Okay.
well,
Yeah.
30 inches is the loop, but you'd probably have stuff hitting the corners. Is probably what would happen.
right, and it wouldn't. It just wouldn't work. So it's just an aesthetic display.
Well, it looks good. Looks like NLego joined us.
Yeah, I have.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you this evening?
Very good. How are you?
I am worn out. It's been a long week. I had a machine malfunction at work, and it's come down to I cannot solve it. I have contacted the manufacturer, and he'll probably be out next week.
That's nice. Where does the manufacturer have to come from?
I think he's up in Greeley.
Oh, that's nice. When I get those phone calls and they're like, "Oh, can you come out?" It's across the U.S.
Yeah, no. This is
So-
a guy who his company's Balance Automation. He does a lot of automation work for us, and it's a camera system we use to inspect. We have a camera system that inspects a very high volume part. Well, last week it decided to stop working, and it's supposed to acquire 4 images, take dimensions from those images because it's used as a calibrated camera and everything, and then output those into a statistical process control software.
Hello,
And-
Dude.
Huh?
Oh, I said hello, Dude.
Oh, hi, dude, Jude. And so last week it just randomly decided to stop working. Like, no cause. It's just like, I'm just not gonna work. And I'm like, well, IT's been working on certain things on the background on the infrastructure. So maybe they screwed something up. No, they didn't. For a change, IT didn't screw it up. But it's definitely screwed up. I have no idea why. It just doesn't want to acquire the first image, and then it doesn't report out the dimensions at the end of the measurement cycle. So it's like, So I have.
I wonder.
Go ahead.
Do you know what camera they're using?
It's a Cognix.
Okay. Yep. I'm familiar with those.
Yeah, they're good cameras. They're expensive, but they're good.
Yeah, it can be. So I just realized I'm building a modular, and I'm doing it on a base plate. I should probably build it up as a mills first, huh?
You should probably build it up as mills first. Save yourself the pain. Just start from the mills.
All right.
Because
I know it's my first modular, so I might as well keep it together. And
it's like I didn't even know what a mills plate was when I built my first modulars. So now that I know what they are, any new thing that's going to be a building is going to be on a modular, or is going to be on a mills.
It's a good way to move stuff together. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's those things I think a lot of people are shifting their thinking. It makes a lot of sense. So.
Everything else I do is modular anyway, so.
In my opinion, it is worth the investment because my setup at the train show last weekend was so quick,
Oh, sure.
And I didn't have to worry as much about leveling the tables as dramatically, and it was just put the mills plates, click them together, and it looked good, and it looked cohesive, not just like, oh, here's a bunch of base plates we put down real quick. It looked like it was planned. It looked like it was executed. It looked.
Oh yeah. Well, just like that whole Harry Potter scenery thing was a 4x4 faceplate size, and it was all modular. And it, you know, and I had it all right here laid out, and I had to expand my build table to put it all out, and I put down all the modules first, all the base plates first. I kind of temporarily laid out everything, and then I pulled up everything, and I just started doing landscaping.
Yep.
And it made it real easy to landscape. And then I just made sure to follow the seam lines. And so when I got there, I mean, I thought I did good with like the layout planning, but I missed a couple of steps, I think. But you know, it just took me a couple of minutes, and I figured out how to put it back together, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
And it was like the setup was so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you guys get ballasted track, it'll be a whole other problem.
Did you see what I had there, Reed?
Well, yours was ballasted, but I'm talking like the whole layout. So.
Yeah, yeah. And that's definitely the plan that Jerry wants to go. I think, you know, he wants to do like club ballasted track or whatever, and that's going to be, I think it's going to be a hard sell because we're not all, you know, I mean, I am, but not everyone in the club is trained people. But I hope that there.
Well,
I would do the ballasted track.
I'd say it's one of those things where, I mean, it doesn't, I guess it doesn't, you know, nobody has to really ever do it. I mean, it's just one of those things that they would need to leave, you know, place, well, I guess the easiest thing to do would be kind of like what I do with my stuff is just say, if you're gonna build something and you want to be part of the layout, and if on mills, just put tile down where the track would sit, and then whoever's got ballasted track can just drop it in front of their layout, in front of their building. You know?
And that's the direction that we're talking is like basically making standards for the build that, you know, let's say the first base plate is train, the second base plate is road, and then after that is building. And that's the standard, and that's the standard we're going to follow. And
it looked really good.
You can provide a road, you know, but if you want to do the roads, you want to do the train, you want to do the ballast, you do have to follow these standard guidelines.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the layout that was on Mills and the layout that was considered, it looked good, in my opinion. Not to say but
I was totally sold on the standard Mills roads, but after seeing yours, I'm now on the fence. Your roads are definitely much.
Well, you know, I talk about her roads a lot with the base plates, and I get massive criticism, you know. But to me, it's one of those things where, you know what?
They're cheaper.
It's just,
they
look it's good. Cheaper for one thing. They still look good. What it is everybody doesn't like the curve. They think the curb looked too unrealistic, and I'm like, you know what? You're obviously building the wrong vehicles if you think the curb is unrealistic. I guess it would be the way I would put it. So.
Well, now, Reed, you're just doing regular. You're just dropping base plates in, right?
I don't do roads.
Okay, right. So Tanya's roads they're base plates, they're road base plates, but she built up the sides to be a curb.
Yeah, that's the one and that's what we show. She showed it a couple times, but people don't.
So they're mills.
They don't like the curves. They think the curves look too weird. So
the curves are a little tall. I do.
Oh no! I liked my curves. I think my curves look pretty decent, honestly.
Curb? You know? No, curb. The curb.
Oh, the curb. The curb.
I was hearing curves first as well.
The curb's a little bit tall, but on the other hand, it doesn't look bad. And I think you were talking last week about how it depends on what vehicles you put next to them, and that's definitely a thing. If you put one of these little guys next to it, that curve looks horrific. But if you put like the creator scale vehicles next to it, it looks completely in scale.
And that's what I tell people. That's in my book. That is the real vehicle.
I agree.
The creator, because you can fit either two people side by side.
How many cars fit one person right into center? None. So I agree completely. It's the small scale vehicles are not scale vehicles. Not that Lego has a real scale, but if you want to go, I don't know anyone who drives a little single seater vehicle. It just doesn't happen.
I do. I don't drive one, but I know people.
Okay, there are few, but I personally don't know them. I've seen single-seater vehicles, but they're not common. It's all right though. You know, preference is preference. I will do my.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is it's one of those things where it's going to be preference, and it's just what people are going to want to build, and you know, for what you know the group does and stuff.
Yeah.
It just depends on how everybody's going to build their stuff, but. You know.
Like I say, I like the way I've done my mills because I looked at the road mills and I'm like, A, this is too expensive. B, I don't like the way any of the road mills look. They just look clunky to me.
Yeah. Oh, and they're a heavy resource usage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make all the plates and they put them side by side and stack them long ways, and it's like that's so much material.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, that, but the people who are doing it are obviously willing to do it. I mean, to me, it's just that.
Right.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, that's excessive for my book. That's a lot of bricks. So to me, it's yeah.
Yeah, Bellis can get out of hand pretty quickly too.
It can absolutely. I've done a couple of Bricklink orders for my ballast, and I'm already up in too much money, and but it looks really nice, and and it's just like, and what's crazy is like, okay, I did the ballast, but then to do the mills part of the ballast is like a whole nother step, and I didn't really realize that when I was doing it, and I'm like, so like to do the curves, to do like the lower where the mill side and the track sits on top of that,
right?
Do that lower side, it ate up all my parts to do that the lower part of the ballast.
Yeah.
Just for that one Harry Potter loop. I mean, it was a lot.
Oh yeah, and but it looks good.
It looks good. And I need to finish those 2 quarter circles that were in the back, and I'm sure I have the parts. I just need to sort them out and find them and pull them. But, as we would say, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You have to get to build the way you want to build, and you can't. You can't
you got to ignore the critics.
Huh?
Build the way you want to build and ignore the critics.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, so long as your plates mix with the next guy, then you're fine. I mean, and the roads look funky. Well, somebody's obviously going to have the train ramps, and you just throw a couple of those in there, and that fixes it.
I think the hardest part is using tables provided, because the tables are just so, like, even if you level the legs, like the table has like that dip in the middle.
The bow, yeah. That just drives me nuts.
Actually,
you can't level that out.
We've actually lucked out for a couple of shows we've done. Some of the libraries have had the ones like you meet on at the, those tables are freaking awesome. But, they're probably just as hard to transport, if we had those.
Yeah, the guy that was next to us, the one from Chicago, he had his own plywood made tables. They were like a sheet of plywood with a 2x2 ribbon around it, and then like the table legs. And they were nice and level. I mean, they'd been used a lot. Like he got them used, and they've been used a lot. But they were still like
what did he have around the edge?
Like so, it was a piece of plywood, and then on the under edge, around the edge was 2x2, like 2x4, but 2x2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then there might have been like a 2x2 down the middle or whatever.
He basically he framed the plywood.
He never had flexi around there, did he?
But he didn't make them. He got them. They were like donated. There was some other person made them, and then that person got.
My friend John's got. He's got the tables, the cat's meow. He's got the cat's meow table, but expensive to build, very very intensive. He got him, I think, I think he got the plan from San Diego, one of the San Diego groups. It's basically, it's a lattice underneath, so you can use like PVC pipe to build sections where you just like if you were to think, let's say you wanted a mountain that's only so tall, you could actually get a half table, put the PVC underneath it, put it on top of your current one, and just build up to that. But it was an interesting setup, but it was very, very intensive table things. I mean, he wants to build a bunch of those, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's always a challenge.
36.
There goes the
So,
game.
yeah, so, but I mean, that's and he wants to do that before he does anything else. And I'm hoping one of these years I can talk him into going to Brick World, because to say you want like 30 tables before you realize how long it'll take to set up 30 tables,
Right.
it's pretty crazy. Because once you go to the big shows, if you're going to set up a big layout like that, that's all you're going to do. You won't be doing any socializing. I mean, you'll actually have wasted your whole time at the thing. Because we've had people do it, and they're like, man, I can't do this again. This is ridiculous. I mean, this takes, you're spending all time, the whole public days, missing all the workshops, all the seminars, because you're spending so much time setting up. And to me, it's like, to me, it's a waste. I mean, you want time to socialize. That's what these events are about, So,
yeah, you want to go get set up quick, and then, and that's where all of the stuff. I mean, I was not as prepared as I could have been. I was literally building some mills plates on site. I think you were giving me a hard time about that, Ken. You're like,
no, I wasn't. I was teasing you about the brick on the floor, but that was it.
Oh, well, yeah, I had bricks scattered everywhere. But it's like, at this point, I'm like 10 times ahead of where I am for the next time, you know? And I took the day off of work. My goal was to just sit there. Yeah, last weekend was my weekend to play with Legos. All weekend long. And I did, and I enjoyed it. And then I got to share it with the public, which was also a ton of fun. Right?
Yeah. Well, and the night after doing the show, I came home and did that steam engine and like stayed up until like 1 in the morning doing that. Like 2 days in a row. That was a hard weekend for me.
Yeah, so you guys had a pretty good show.
It was a great show.
First show
yeah.
You organizing it?
I came in. There was definitely some hiccups in the organization. We learned a few things.
Yeah.
But we had a really good public turnout. The 2 days that I showed up around noon both days, and the place was packed.
Oh yeah.
It was just wall to wall public.
Yeah, you saw some of the pictures on. You probably saw some of the pictures, but there were just people everywhere. It was great. Holy cow!
That's how it usually is. That's why they keep asking for groups like DENLUG and stuff to come back, is because that's what it is. That's a drive.
We're good draw. We really are. Yeah.
And now did Youth and Model Railroaders come back this time, or were they still not?
I think they were. I did not see them, so I don't think they've been around.
DENLUG had their same location to look like, so they were good.
Yeah, they look
well, Youth and Model Railroaders, what I had heard was they had lost their spot last year, and DENLUG filled it. So unless some group didn't come back, that was the only way they'd get the spot back.
There was honestly a lot of space that could still be used. There were rooms that were empty that could have been utilized for another group. So.
Well, and it's maybe they didn't know. I mean, it's possible too that that like whoever organized it maybe didn't know, or maybe they decided they didn't need to come back. Who knows? You won't know unless somebody says something.
Right.
Well, I think they also expanded this year. They were in the newer part of the building as well.
It is true. They were. Yeah.
Oh, what's the newer part? You mean the tall part that's got all the weird things?
No, the actual conference rooms and stuff. The nice section that has the entrance on the north side, and they're actually using the north side entrance.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know that side. It's not the side where you guys weren't around for the Denver Brick Fest. I don't think.
So if where we normally are, right in that room.
Yeah.
And you have to come in from the main expo hall.
Yeah.
Well, if you keep going past our room, it's normally like a dead end hallway.
Yeah.
Well, that keeps going. They opened up those doors and opened up that side of the building.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually park on the north side, walk in those doors, and you literally turn the corner and it's right there. DENLUG was right there. It was like the shortest walk ever.
Always good. I made a mistake. I had to widen something. Right, is that 2? Well, I want it wide enough so the guys can walk through.
Oh, too short.
What?
Oh, I need 36 2x2 tiles in dark bluish gray, and I'm too short. I mean, I have them right there, but I'm trying to pull out of this pile first.
Oh, I guess you'll have to just give up.
Yeah, I'm sure they're in here. I'll find them later. That's one thing. Like, I've actually been pretty impressed with how much is actually in these bins. Like I've actually aside from the Simpsons house, when I first started building that, there was a lot of really obvious pieces missing. But I built that red train and I built the DeLorean, and it was like actually really well. Oh, I know where those gray tiles went. It's really well, like all the parts have been there. And if I gave up and went somewhere else, I came back and it was there after all. I know where these 2x2 dark bluish gray tile went to ballast the Harry Potter train.
So did you guys get your?
That's where they went.
Finished deciding what you guys wanted for lug bulk and all that.
Yeah, picks are over, right? Or do we still have time?
I think we have till the end of today.
Until tomorrow, I think. I think the 9th, I think.
I think that sounds right.
I signed off and said that I'm done, but I heard that I don't know. So I heard a crazy rumor.
Okay.
And the rumor I heard was from AFOLs of Facebook, I believe. Mm-hmm. And they said, "Hey, did you check out the new train wheels on the new whatever that called, the Fright Night train set, whatever that's called, the 3D train set." If you look at the photos, apparently there's I haven't looked up, I haven't done my own research yet, so I might be just spreading rumors. But if you look at the photos, it looks like they're changing the train wheels. They're changing it to like independent axles and using like a Technic axle or something. I don't know. They're doing something different on there. See, now I got to find it. But
Jude's asking where Mariann is tonight. I believe Bricks Cascade is this weekend out in Oregon. So
what's that train called? That new one?
The one that's being released in August? The flip side or hidden side?
Shoot.
It may also be like the wheels that they already use on the motor.
Well, you know, the one thing you have to look to when we do that lug bulk too is there were a lot of parts out there that you had no pictures for, and Brickset didn't have it, Bricklink didn't have it, Lego didn't have it, nobody had it, and so you're kind of like, well, what freaking part is this that nobody has? And you're like, and so it's one of those things where sometimes you have to play that guessing game and go on that wild hunt and try to find stuff. And so, you know, and that's what makes it more interesting from that standpoint too. So you just have to kind of, you know, or guess and just gamble and say, okay, yeah, we'll get it. And that's what we did do that one year. Right. One year when we were doing with ArcLug, I told Rob Hendricks from Life Flights, I go, Rob, I says this part number I keep following it. It takes me to a 1x2. It takes me to this piece right here. It took me to this metallic gold 1x2 tile. Yet on the lug bulk list, it said it was a 1x2 lavender plate, and I'm going, this is wacky. And I go, should we try it? Should we just test it and see what we get? And he's like, I'm game. And so sure enough, we put that in the order and we ordered them, and that's what it came in as. It came in as the metallic gold tile. So I got a bunch of them because
Nice.
I think we did the year before too, or something, or the year after, or something. So
this is the train, right? This is the new one.
Let me see.
There, put on the big screen here.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's
Let
the
me go
new
over here.
train. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's standard. That's the standard train wheels. I don't know what that person was talking about.
Crack. They were smoking crack. It's okay.
So
People do
like, it made me think like, oh, well, maybe I should buy more train wheels.
Well,
I have them on my lug bulk, but
well, could they maybe be? Are they the standard, or could they maybe be like? Could they just be using the Technic stuff and just maybe they got a new thing center? I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't tell from this, and I'll try to find another one. Yeah, it could be like Tanya was saying, it could be the locomotive style wheel, because they all have that center spacing like it is. Aside from that one, a little wider. Yeah, I don't know. I'll keep looking.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's
the only thing with the lug bolt, because I was thinking, well, maybe I should increase my planned order, but yeah, I'm I looked at it a couple of times and I thought about it a couple of times and I kept not changing it, so I just finally said, I'm done. I'm good.
I'll probably take a look at it tonight before I crash it.
Yeah, to me, it was one of those things where I played and looked at my stuff, and you know what? I think I've got. I mean, I moved my stuff around a lot, and I actually altered some of my numbers to fix some of these people's quantities. That's the old organizer mentality kicking in, going, okay, I'll be the nice guy, and I'll fix this, and I'll fix that. And so, I mean, I actually think I even dropped my number of lobsters at one point. I mean, I actually went around and looked at stuff. I went back and changed a bunch of stuff, got rid of some stuff. I think I was originally going to get like the purple 2x4s, and I was like, hey, you know what? I'll get rid of those. And so I changed a lot of stuff. So I did take some Technic. I took Technic off. I took some Technic off. I was like, oh, you know what? I don't really need that. But I'll put this on and take this off. And so, I mean, I did do a bunch of changes at the end, but but that's the way it is. You just you have to, it's one of those things where, what are you going to use it for? And actually, it's funny, it's the first year, probably in the last 4 or 5 that I've done it, that I didn't have a transparent black plate on there. So I think that freaked out a few people, like, oh, and I'm like, well, I've got a new source. My new source sent me, oh, crap. Are you kidding me?
As he drops them all over the floor.
No, I got some new stuff. No, I dropped my igloo. My igloo is just so fragile. It's just.
Rethink your structure then.
Well, it's not built super sturdy. It's just, it goes across, and it's just, it's a very basic igloo, because I don't want it to ruin the. Maybe the way it's supposed to look or something, but I might have to
reconsider it a bit.
Well, the other problem too is I dropped it, and I actually have a show tomorrow, and
oh man,
that's okay. I guess I'll have some building to do here. That's okay. I can put that aside while I'm working on this.
Isn't that what we heard
and that's the plate. That's the plate. It'll bend, it'll tweak, but eventually it'll work. So, Kimchi, welcome Kimchi. Bricks is in the chat. Welcome to another week of craziness. Actually, are you guys on LinkedIn? Have you guys do on there?
I don't really use it a lot, but I'm on there.
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn.
There was a story just recently, and this kind of, it hits home because it's what we're doing right now. Let me see if I can actually figure out. Actually, Mariann posted something on Twitter, but I actually got there was a story in there from one of the guys that does YouTube all the time, who actually maybe started doing too much or outsourcing and hired an employee and stuff, and it collapsed on it. It just, the whole YouTube money making thing kind of kind of imploded on him or something. And so it was one of those things where it was an interesting story because I was reading it. I'm just like, I felt like I was in like almost in like La La Land. I'm like, whoa, like what is going? I mean, and it was weird because that's the way he talked about it. It's just like he was doing good. He was doing good. He even had some guys building some of the models. He hired an employee to kind of help him do his editing and stuff. And then it just something happened with the way the advertisements were being done, and it was something where he was doing it full time, his only job, and then he had to go back and get a regular job. It was like weird. I was like, wow. I was like, this is kind of crazy. So,
but what was the root cause of that though?
I don't know. I mean, I think it just maybe he. I think when the advertisement stuff slows, usually it's just January or something. He said, January is a month where it notoriously slows, but it's something that happened. They reconfigured something, and he just, but he had kind of maybe did too much. He hired an employee and maybe took on too much too fast, and maybe just like we all do. Just perfect example would be like CompUSA, just building too many locations. Where they should have probably just been like, you know what? In Denver, let's stick to a north and a south. We don't need an east, we don't need a west, we don't need a Boulder. Let's do north, just do east and west. Let's do 2 stores. If people want to get computer stuff, they're gonna go here. And you know what? Let Best Buy and these other guys do it. Let them expand. Let them be the ones that crashes and burns when they have too many stores. But instead, CompUSA built 1 million of them too fast, all over. Did crazy rebates and stuff that I think that got them in trouble.
Oh yeah,
and that's when you do too much. Sometimes you do too fast. Yeah, I mean that's just. I mean you got to be careful. And I think that's kind of what he kind of was stemming from. Is it just sounds like maybe he made jumps too fast to do things rather than just take it one step at a time. And but like he says he thought it was content based. But like he said, supposedly YouTube likes consistency when they do the monetizing. So like perfect example would be like I'm guessing, but I don't know that hauling and balling are probably monetized. They're at 100 and I can't remember how many episodes they're at. They're a lot. But I mean look at this. I mean I've been doing this since last April, and so and we're at 40 some episodes. I mean I've done it every Friday except for one. I've only missed one. I missed the Brick World one, which I won't miss this year. My goal is to be streaming from the auction, which could be quite crazy, but we'll see. Just from the standpoint that, everybody's bidding, it's crazy. So I maybe try and make it into kind of like almost like a circus type kind of thing. So basically but yeah, it sounds like he just did too much too fast. And it kind of one of those things where, we all try to do stuff and hope we are doing it the right way, and sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. So, but it was an interesting story because I was reading it and I'm like, wow, oh, okay. I mean, this is, this is like everybody's dream to, for the people that are really big into YouTube, that's their dream, is to be totally monetized, and be able to do that full time, not have to do another job, just be able to do that all the time. That would be great. Sit here and make videos all day and whatnot, and that'd be great. I mean, I could handle that, but it's one of those things where you just got to make sure you're paying attention to what's going on and you don't expand too much. But it was interesting because I read that. It was in LinkedIn, and I just kind of stumbled upon it the other day, and I was like, wow, that's really interesting. So, but because I do YouTube every week, and so it's one of those things like, okay, and monetizing would be cool. Monetizing would be good just for the sense that maybe it would just add a little bit of extra money to help pay for my addiction, like my Lego addiction, Even though I'm playing with clear plates, no, it's not going to be that kind of addiction. But hey, everybody does think when they see those bags of clear plates out there, it could be something sinister.
So I found the Facebook post I was talking about.
H&B are not close to here we go. Kimchi. H&B are not close to me monetizing over 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of watch time. Well, they'll hit 1,000 subs here pretty soon. They're gaining some traction. I mean, gosh, they got 100+ episodes. So I mean, some point they got to hit that 1,000 at some point. You know, it might be just
well, and even
to hit
like in the Lego community, the 1,000 is kind of like the high end. I mean, it's hard. You start plateauing at 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, and so I guess you just have to see. But I mean, it's one of those things where I mean, to me, it's two. I mean, and they're only doing hour episodes too. So I mean, the hours of watch time probably, you know, isn't gonna be as high either. I mean, man, freaking clear. What are you doing to me? So, I mean, you know. I mean, and my episodes are kind of long. I mean, I probably do one of the longer ones, but I mean, to me, it's one of those things where usually they can be a lot more entertaining. They haven't been super entertaining lately, but hey, we all have our ruts. Kevin usually helps. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, but, you know, that's why you do what you can do to try to make money. The other thing, sell my Lego to get better Lego, I guess. Or Lego I actually can use, I guess. That would be what I need.
Yeah, it's the question of, I have Lego. Is it the Lego I need?
Well, I mean, I'm to the point now where I really want pieces. I bought sets at one time, maybe even thinking I'd use it for the pieces, but to me, I'm getting to the point now where I kind of just want pieces. Oh yeah, and did you guys do the survey? Did you do the survey? Lego wanted all the AFOLs to do.
No, I didn't see that. Did I miss something?
Jared posted it.
An email, and it was an email, and I know CalLug sent out an email about it, and then I think I saw it got posted to both the DENLUG and the CalLug groups as well on Facebook.
Okay, I did not see it then.
I can find it for you.
I spent my pretty much my whole comment section. It is kind of long, and I understand people are like, oh, but you know what? Or I think what a lot of people are saying, well, hey, it's your chance to tell Lego what kind of sets you want. I was like, you know what? Yeah, go right ahead. You know, I mean, you can tell them that. I mean, that to me, you can tell them that, but I mean, to me, that's not why I would be doing it, because I mean, the sets are sets, and they're going to kind of do what they want. I mean, maybe I'd mention, you know, hey, it'd be nice to see, you know, more farming again, you know, or more nutritious, you know, stuff. But basically for me, it was like I hit on the Pick-a-Brick because I remember when it used to be good. I mean, I remember when it used to be legendary. And so I was like, you know what? You know, Pick-a-Brick needs to be back to the levels where it was really good. And, you know, you got lots of good choices and there's lots of pieces and whatnot. And so basically, I mean, that's kind of what I hinted at, basically the old section, the old fan favorites that Kevin had kind of had set up, and so I kind of hinted at that and stuff. But that's where I spent my, you know, big comment section, is just hitting on Pick-a-Brick, because I mean, you know, for the people building mocks, I mean, that's kind of the stuff. I mean, that's really
Pick-a-Brick is what I go in for most of the time, unless there's a CMF set that I'm interested in. And even when the CMFs come out, I'm not interested in all of the CMFs.
So basically, I hit on kind of two. The other thing would be, I lost my train of thought. I should have written it down.
All right. Well, I'm taking off. I'm tired.
Okay.
Ken, you have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye, sir.
Okay. Yep. Let's chat. All right. Yep.
Have fun. Trying to think how I'm gonna freaking make this sturdier.
By the way, dude, Jude, hi. Let's see, Kimchi Bricks. H&B are not close to being monetized. You're one with 10,000 to a penny. Yeah. Oh,
It's you know, you're doing it for the networking is why we do it. We do it for the networking, kind of like that's the reason I keep going to Brick World every year. It's for the networking and seeing the people that I've met over the years, and that's why you do it. You do it to make more connections, meet more people in the fan community.
The social aspects.
Yeah. So, you know, you're doing the social part of it. You know, you want to get together talk about stuff that's going on, and we want to be knowledgeable in what we talk about and all that. And that's and that's where we really enjoy what we do. And that's what makes the shows good, and that's what makes hauling and balling good. I don't talk about a lot of the stuff that they'll go over the brick fan and all that stuff. Obviously, once I get my intro done, it'll kind of talk about I'm going to try and do like hopefully a 30-second to maybe a 2-minute intro with music and pictures and information in terms of what kind of what it's all about, why we do this, what you're going to see on the streams and stuff like that. And that's kind of what I'm hoping to do, is get it out there. But this
motivation and why we're here.
Yeah, my mom laughs. She's like, ooh, and I'm like, well, I guess I could be out doing other stuff. I guess I could be doing this, I could be doing that, I could, whatever. Be out, finding, whatever, about drinking, whatever. I could be doing a million things, but it's one of those things where enjoy this, So, wild thing is we talk about, we laugh at all the younger kids coming up that spend all their time on their phone and they text and this and that, we're kind of like that. We're kind of like that, but we're video, so we're still seeing each other. It's not like we're dressed or sitting in our underwear like the old days of like AOL. They're joking, yeah, he's probably a fat guy sitting in his underwear. We're building, we're enjoying our hobby, and we're talking about stuff that's out there that makes hopefully makes our hobby great, and that we're trying to get people interested, and and it's all about because we have a great time and you have fun doing this, and that's why we do it, because we wouldn't be doing this if we weren't having any fun, that's for sure. So, but yeah, it's and it's good because Kevin kind of got me into this. I have a nonprofit. I'm still, that would be the thing that probably is the thing I would love to have me make money, or to eventually be a career, or at least more money would be, is if I ever got my nonprofit off the ground, which my mom laughs at and doesn't. I think it scares her more than anything. And it's one of the things where, what, I've been giving stuff away for, I don't know, since my early years of Lego, to these kids with cancer and stuff. Just giving away whatever I had in my collection. And so to me, it's one of those things where the only difference is now I would be trying to put a face, an actual entity with what I do. Yeah. And that's kind of what I've been trying to do. And so, but she's worried I'm going to get in, do something wrong or whatnot. I don't know. So
do something wrong.
I don't know.
It's a thing.
Mothers, what are you gonna do with them? So, but I think what she's most worried about is, have you talked to somebody? You know what you're doing and this and that. And I'm like, well, no, but it's one of those things where basically everything I've got right now is just from me, and all the stuff I've bought is all my stuff. So, but I'm just trying to plan this now, see how I got this, but. And I've been doing it for so long, and giving stuff out. So it's one of those things where it's always entertaining to have fun and give stuff to kids and whatnot. And somebody's getting ready to start. I think somebody's doing it on the East Coast, or ramping up doing it on the East Coast. And I'm just like, that's good. Hopefully it'll be something where, I just like it because I actually get to put my, gives me more of a face too for when I make my donations at Brickworld and stuff. So, gosh, this is getting crazy. I might have to order more of these plates. No, not more plates.
It's true. Order more Lego. What a concept.
Well, it'd be nice if, like I said, it'd be nice if we start to see, more, cool pieces like I said, like out on the wall and stuff, to where you'd have, options for even trading with people, too, when you're looking for certain pieces, you can't find it, but someone might have it. Oh, I might actually be able to use that piece I found. Only on one side though, but I only got one of them. The odds. What are the odds I'm gonna have one 1x3 plate. I actually don't need to have it on that side. Actually, wait, hold on. Maybe I was doing that wrong. Was I doing that wrong? I think I'm doing it right. Kind of doing it right. I don't know.
Building a mountain. It's a
Building-
mountain.
Oh yeah, I think we had those pieces. Weren't those pieces on Logbook last year? I think maybe.
Yes, they were.
And
corner
I passed on them. Yeah, I
I
passed
did.
on it. I think I passed on it. I can't remember.
I didn't.
I don't remember. I feel like I joke with everybody. It's like, you know what? I got Logbook pieces everywhere, and I have no idea what I have. The
I can believe
spreadsheet tells me what I've got, and so I know from that. But
I know I
and
have
that's
pieces.
well, I mean that's why I kind of want the other. That's the other reason I need to get into storage because I have a lot of stuff in storage. So
Oh yeah.
I mean I got bins upon bins upon bins of stuff, and that's I think it's everybody's like, well, really, you got that much? And I go, I got more. Everybody always. I think one of the guys says, yeah, I think even Kevin and Paul looked and says, yeah, this could be, $500,000 or 1,000,000 pieces. I'm thinking whatever they said I have, I think I'm over that. I think I might just. I mean, the problem is I have a lot of selective pieces. I don't have a lot of just what you think of as being maybe, I guess useful pieces. I guess I have really cool, unique pieces.
Yeah. And you got to balance it out with what are pieces that are actually usable. Because there are a lot of really cool, unique pieces, but when it comes to putting together something simple, it's like I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, and I have some stuff that are useful. I mean, I have lots of cool things from the day when they had lots of neat things in the pick-a-brick. I mean, that was kind of what made it so cool is there were a lot of really, really unique pieces. The other problem too is I left my motif or my opening open on each side, so this would be kind of crazy if I don't end up building more than one of these. That would be pretty bad. But I'm using, I mean, because I got a lot of the 1x2 plates and a lot of the 1x4. I'm using those as kind of like almost like a brick. There we go.
You geek.
Almost. Let's see. I'm gonna try and make it a little. I guess I shouldn't.
Oh goodness.
Trying to give it a little bit of slope. Yeah, there's much going on in the chat. Yeah, I mean, but Hauling and Balling is a good show. I mean, I enjoy them. I try to watch them every week if I can. I mean, I've been forgetting a little bit here and there, but their guest poo is funny. I mean, that really makes. I mean, you really got to have the Brick by Brick, which is the Brickset app. Really, a good time to have is when you're doing that, because you just kind of start going through some of the different theories to figure out, wow, okay, what could it possibly be? What are they? I just start. And man, I have not come close on that at all. I wonder if I've got enough of these guys to do this across.
It's quiet. It's a nice quiet Friday night. Nothing wrong with that.
Dave was going to jump on, and he didn't. So I don't know what happened.
He's dead to us then. It's okay.
It
is what it is.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see here.
Unless he's playing pool. I know he's a big pool guy, so could have a pool night. So, but he's planning going to Brick World too. Actually, they opened up another set of rooms. We have a meeting at WISLUG this week. I need to let them know that I actually have an extra reservation right now, or an extra room, because I think I have the same roommates I had last year. I'm rooming with Tommy Armstrong and Matthew K. Again. It looks like I'm gonna need some more 1x4 white plates. Might have to start posting and see who's gonna find some on the internet in the stores for me. That's I guess you could see their head. Would that be realistic for a trench there?
Let me see here. Can you switch your camera to show that big screen? And let's see here. Yeah, that's about real. Just enough to get trenches, just enough to get a rifle over it without exposing too much of yourself. So.
And get a couple guys to lay underneath there, and of course, I have down the middle of the trench. On the middle of the trench, I have the yellow brick road. Might have to see if they make a gold tile or something to kind of.
They do make a gold tile.
If they make like a 1x1 gold
Oh,
tile.
not sure.
I might have to do a Mariann thing and get out a cutter and cut them. Actually, if I'd been smart,
Okay.
If I'd been smart, I could have probably used those magnets I got, the gold magnets, the 4x4. That if you take the magnet out of the bottom, you actually get a plate,
gold brick.
a gold brick with a half tube underneath. Yeah, I bought a bunch of those back in the day with that purpose in mind. Wow, I wonder if I can get these magnets out. And sure enough, all the magnets, I was like, wow, this works pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just building. Because,
That or I need to that or send some stuff to like Chrome Bricks or something and have them chrome me some. Or
there you go. That might be a good idea.
I do have some chrome 1x2s, but I didn't use any in the trench. I bought a bunch years ago when they were somebody in Europe had them cheap, and I was like, oh, I'll buy those. Before they came out with the actual gold bar in chrome.
Ah.
Before they came out with the ingot.
Let's do this. And this. It's trying to build.
Support a design and becoming a limited edition 60 years anniversary set.
What's that from?
Bricklink.
Uh-huh.
Are they still gotta choose one? Oh man, I like the Lego store. I like the factory. That's the one I like.
Factories are cool.
Especially a Lego factory. So
I have a special I have a special place in my heart for factories, considering I work in one. I like my factory.
yeah.
I make cool things. I'm sorry, I'm kind of feeling a little under the weather. Like I said, definitely caught the creeping crud from somewhere. I'm not horrible. I'm not horrible, but I'm just a little bit Any day building bricks is better than a busy day at the office. That's the truth of it, Kimchi. But it's just, a little bit of the, I like to call it con crud, Get into a place with a lot of people and someone's gonna give you something. Sharing is caring.
This is Reed.
Doobie-doobie-doo. How is everybody? What's everyone working on? Let's see. Who's working on what tonight? Throw up your posts in the chat. What you working on? Are you working on anything? Are you in a chill place where you're just kind of relaxing and not doing much of anything? Or are you having fun and building something neat? Let's see. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Am I even in any of my cameras? No. Look, the mountain. It rises. Alright. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Lesson plans for Monday. Eating a sandwich. Building, occasionally napping a little. Yeah, I could use a nap right now, Bubba. What kind of lessons plans, Kimchi? What are you working on for what kind of class? Just going to some more dark bluish gray. Reads on the phone. Everyone else is quiet. Blah. My house is quiet people.
I'm back. I'm back.
Hi, Reed.
That was my mom. That was my mom. So we might see my mom. That was my mom.
Hi, Mom.
So yeah. So basically, if you look here too, actually, with the way the camera's setting, I can actually put a guy. You can see maybe we'll actually get a guy like they can lay like right there. So they'll actually be able to lay in the trench too. Maybe maybe get a quick nap while they're in there.
No sleeping on watch, soldier. That's
Huh?
the way you get killed.
Well, you
No
still would.
sleeping on watch.
You would still have somebody standing up here, you know, kind of watching from here. So, you know.
Yeah. I'll get you.
You know, the
Let
thing
someone
is,
else do the work. Cover your butt.
you know.
Oh, goodness. Build.
So, yeah, so we'll see. And actually, you know, I don't know if I ever. Well, okay, yeah, my stuff's working. Actually, I don't remember. I thought it used to show me how many people were actually watching on my Hangouts, but it doesn't show that anymore, does it?
I have no clue.
I thought it used to say who was watching, and then it doesn't tell me anymore. Actually, somebody was actually going to try. Pasta was actually wanted to talk about XSplit a little bit with me, and so
That's good stuff.
it says there's 7 people watching right now, I guess.
Hi, everybody. Oh.
So, well, I just clicked on it too. So, but I wanted to kind of click. I was trying to go to YouTube and then click on. I wanted to type in. I want to see because I was trying to tell my mom how to find me. If I type Hope Castle. Well, yeah, Hope Castle. If she clicks that, she should see. If she sees me, if she doesn't realize that's me, then there's a problem. So it's a picture of me. You're like, that's me. That's me. That is me. I thought I had something different. Maybe at the castle, but actually, I have me putting my boat in the pond at the pool at Brickworld. So, but I was actually looking on Bricklink to see if I could see something. Well, actually, you know what? Oh man, they don't have studs on them. Got the coins. I guess I could always, if I could lock the I could lock the coins, but if I'm doing a 1x1, I probably don't need them. Probably won't have them locked into anything. But I picked up a bunch of the pearl gold, not the metallic, the pearl gold ingots.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I do have a few of the actual chrome ones, and most of them are still in the bag. I don't know. I just have a weird thing about stuff like that for some crazy reason. So, but I also have these too. I bought a bunch of the ornaments. So technically, I could actually use the metallic gold bricks actually in here too. Pull up the plates and actually build them.
That would probably be a better plan. I like that idea. Use the gold bricks. Yeah. Use the gold metallic bricks.
Well, you know.
Do it.
They are a possibility. I'm going to keep building my little walk here a little bit. So actually maybe kind of tweak this a little bit. We have to get to where the steps are at, I guess. Oh, I blundered.
What do you do now?
I didn't get to the true steps fast enough. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I was going to say, didn't want to come up. That's not good. But I mean, that's what I was trying. I mentioned it in the chat. They use Slack for WISLUG, and I mentioned in the chat at one point saying, well, you know, because they're doing on May the 4th. I said, well, you know, everybody could do whatever they're doing. You know, somebody could be doing Hawk, they could be doing Tatooine. But if you had like a yellow brick road going through all of it,
just to add that one piece of cohesion that brings all of it together.
Well, especially since we now have the Wizard of Oz figs, you know, for me, I could put, you know, the lion could be having an ice bear head, and you know, or they could have like Star Wars type, you know, memorabilia hooked to them, you know, and that would be something that you could have fun with, you know. So
like I say, it's those little bits of humor that you can inject into a layout that really bring it out, make it shine.
The kicker is can we just have to figure out where, you know, like with any group and anything, is you have to figure out where does it leave one plate and go to the next one type kind of thing. So
yep, it's a thing. Oh no, planning. How dare you suggest
planning. So this week I have a show. We also have a meeting too. We meet on Sunday. We meet on Sundays here. So
that's cool.
Second Sunday of every month. I didn't build the project for this month, the building thing. I should have.
What? Why not?
Well, it's a gradient, and I thought of a really good thing to do for the gradient, and then I was like, do I have the bricks to do it? And I'm just like,
in storage.
If it's really nice tomorrow, if it's a nice day after the show, I can maybe go out to storage and see if I can dig through like I said. I mean, you look in my storage and I got just stacks of bins. I mean, they're like 5, 6 high, and you're just like, which means I got to pull some out to get the other ones. Yeah. You know, because some are already sorted, some are not, and that's the problem. So.
Yeah, it's
there you go. So what do you think? There's my yellow brick road. It's kind of
that works.
It's kind of funny though, because if you walk here, you got to drop, and then you have to climb out, I guess. So.
Yeah, that works. I like that actually. It's pretty neat.
Actually, you know what? I wonder if I can take this apart. Oh wait, actually, you know what? Can I whip that out? I can. Look at that. Oh, watch this. Watch this. This could be magical. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I used those bricks.
There you go. Very cool. Good job, Rick.
That's another steep fall though. So make sure you have your climbing gear on when you do that. So, or make sure as you step lively and carefully as you step off that. So there we go.
Warning: yellow brick road, slippery when icy. Yellow brick road, icy. Danger. Danger.
Danger. Danger. Well, that's where you just be like, you know, that's where you're like, that was the other thing too. I was going to try and use some of him in my intro, but that's the thing is I'd have to wonder is, I mean, how copyright is, how big of a copyright is that if I'm doing it? That's, I guess that would be my question. If I'm doing Yoda.
Doing a voice is not as now doing an imitation is all right, but if you use it falls into the blurry spot when you start doing the quotes from the movie in the voice. So
So if I'm actually doing actual quotes from the movie, then that's where it could be
right, like
more
if you go and see a drag performer or a celebrity impersonator, they have to do their own material. They can't do the material that the celebrity is known for. They have to do their own material.
Okay.
So it's like there's interesting limits and stuff on it.
Cool. I'll have to
look into it. Figure it out, because there is stuff that falls into free use, and there's stuff that doesn't. Go ahead.
So if I did do or do not, there is no try. That would be bad.
That could be bad, yeah. Because granted, it's very common. And are they going to come after one guy on YouTube who did that? Probably not. But at the same time, they might, because if you don't enforce your copyright, you don't get it.
Yeah. Now I can't get this plate off. Dang it.
Who knows?
Ow. Man, where's my bag?
Stop hurting yourself, man.
Well, I did stop today and picked up some Band-Aids today. Well, I don't know. I think I got a sliver, and it just doesn't want to heal. So.
Oh.
Well, actually, the Band-Aids. The Band-Aids came in handy earlier, obviously. Actually, no, my mom will have to go back and listen to the stream to hear about that, because I don't know if I want to actually tell her that. She might. I think I didn't tell her that. So unless of course they're watching, and then she asked in the chat, "What do you mean? What did you need Band-Aids for earlier? What did I miss?" And be like, I don't know.
I hurt myself. Mommy, I hurt myself.
I hurt myself with my hair razor.
Mm-hmm. Were you picking it, or were you using like a electric shaver?
No, I had the full thing, and I was like, and I didn't think about it until obviously I went back and looked at my hair and was like, whoa, yeah, that's more blood than I should probably have in my hands from just playing with a razor. I shouldn't actually technically have any blood, but hey. If you're using your tools properly, there shouldn't be any blood, but
Yeah. Did you file a foresight report before you did that project?
No. I just did it and was reckless and careless.
Yep. Well, that's how accidents happen.
Look at that. Actually, look at that. It's going to be straight. I'm kind of hoping I could actually maybe tweak it a little bit. Could. Well, see, when those ornaments go on sale around after the holidays, I picked up a bunch of them, and then of course, when I was an employee, well, I got a discount too. So not only were they half off, then I got another half off. So I was like, yeah. And you say pay dirt? Yeah.
You could say pay dirt all you want.
So. Oh, that's kind of easy. So I just basically have to see how everybody wants to
join their roads up. So is that a look thing you're doing? Is the yellow brick road going through all of them?
I just was doing it just for the fun of it. I mean, it'll be funny because someone might ask if I take it to the show this week and be like, "Whoa, what's that?" And I go, "Well, that." I mean, I'll be like, "You do know about the Wizard of Oz, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, that is the Wizard of Oz." So, but yeah, I mean, it's just kind of something to play with and just from the standpoint that you know, I can probably do.
Like I say, always inject some humor. Always find some kind of unexpected
Well, I did those CMFs too. I technically, actually, probably the one that I could use for this would be the funniest.
Mm-hmm.
I guess other than those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which guy?
Here you'll see.
I'm waiting. I'm also looking away because I'm building a mountain, but
it's a new kind of course. You know, he's playing miniature golf. You know.
there you go.
The miniature golf course. It's not a yellow brick road. It's a very, very special, you know, special golf course. And you have to be a special person like Lord Business to be able to actually play on the course.
Honey, have you seen my pants?
No, I haven't. Why did you lose your pants? The goal here is to see how can I tweak this a little bit. Well, the other thing too is if people enjoy it, then I got to figure out what the format is and all that. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess how far away? That'd be 4. What's track usually? Is track usually 8 away from edge, or is it 4? I think it's 4.
4. It's 4 away from the edge.
4. I could do this guy, and I got tiles. Well, that'd be the one. Actually, that'd be the one place they can stand on. It's the one place you can stand on the yellow brick road. That's just a funky way to hold a golf club. There we go. A little bit better. A little bit better. Still kind of wanky, but I mean, to me, I just, you know. But so what are you working? Actually, I've been on the big screen all this time, and so I'm being selfish. Let me see here. Let me see.
Let me see. Let me switch this up a little.
What are you building there?
I am building a mountain.
Well, okay. But there's a vehicle on your screen right now. Oh no, actually, sorry, that's M Lego. Sorry, hold on. There it is. There's the mountain. I was on the wrong screen.
Oh, I see how you are.
I'm building a snowplow. If you were wondering,
We were absolutely.
We were curious. Yes.
Because you've been so quiet too. Why are you being so quiet? Talk to us, man.
I've had it muted so I can like search through my bins of parts.
Gotta get one of those fancy dandy noise canceling mics.
Oh.
You know, that's only something when you make it big. You know, if you ever make it big. You know, so it'll just be peons for the duration. So.
You know, do what you do because you want to do it, not because.
How tall is that mountain gonna be?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21. It's 21 bricks high, and it'll have a plate on the top. So 21 1/3.
Is that going like part of your city, I guess, per se, maybe?
That is correct. As I was describing earlier in the stream, I'm going to, over in the corner where the bookshelf is, I'm going to make it look like there's a tunnel with the trains coming out of it. So that's what that's what this mountain is for, is to simulate that.
There we go. Look at that. In my stream tonight, look at that. I actually altered a Mills plate tonight. Look at that.
You altered a Mills plate? What did you do?
Well, this was a regular standard Mills plate when we started the evening. And it's actually it's a Mills plate on each side except for the side where this is at. So, and technically, I guess I could slide something in there if I had to, if it didn't, if I didn't go too far with it, I guess. So, But the goal is, I mean, obviously, if all goes well, the goal will be to have this go across 6 plates, which is, this is pretty intensive. I might have, well, I think I might even have more of these gold bricks inside. Actually, the globe still. I think I've got them out, and I got them somewhere in a bin because I don't think I opened them all. I opened a bunch.
So cool. I went and saw. I did go and see Captain Marvel last night.
I haven't seen them in a while.
I would definitely recommend it if you are a fan of Marvel and that genre at all. Definitely say go and see it. It's worth it. It's a blast.
I'm wondering if I should add any more. I should add more elevation. What do you think? I think it needs.
Yes, whatever you think it needs, it needs. Oh.
I was gonna say something like that, maybe.
Let me see. No, not unless you drop it a little bit. That's a little bit too high, in my opinion.
That'd be too high with the slopes.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's a little too high with the slopes.
That's kind of, I'll just throw those scattered around on here type thing to kind of.
Now you could maybe like make it like a crenellation type thing where there's slopes every so often, but I wouldn't do a slope in front of all of it. Does that make sense?
I mean, kind of something like almost like that is what you're saying, like crenellation.
Yeah, something like that. Make it look like they dug it out and threw the snow and piles in front of it, kind of thing. Something a little bit more rough and ready.
Well, let me find those slopes and see what I can do. I don't have very many of those. I wonder where I used all those. Oh, they're probably over. Let's see. I could do something like that.
I would put 2 stud spacing between them for the size of the head.
Unacceptable.
What's that?
Unacceptable.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding. Just like that.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I suggest. As always, it's just a suggestion. You will do what you will want to do.
That's right. It's my mock. I will do what I want to do.
But if you ask for suggestions, I will give you suggestions, and you can either take them or leave them.
How do the other slopes up front look? Did the randomness on those?
Make them random, yeah, and maybe use some single wide cheese wedges too.
Well, actually, I can use all those. I could use more of those because I got tons of those.
Yeah.
But like Kevin said, those are the ones that even these guys, they don't have a lip. Oh my gosh, are they going to redesign these pieces? They don't have a lip. You can't get these things off.
Well, that's harsh.
Yeah, Lego, way to go. Way to go, Lego. What designer failed to do his job?
Are you sure they're not just like the older style?
Huh?
Are you sure they're not just the older style of brick?
Maybe it is. Maybe it's an old style, but these parts they were on the wall within the last few years, so maybe they still had an old version. But like Kevin said, he used them. He used them on his micro Hope Castle, and he said, "Man, you can't get these apart. I mean, you can't get these off. There's no lip. Like on tiles, they have lips and everything.
Yeah,
they built these slopes without a lip. I mean, how do you do that? How do you get these apart without breaking them?
You
Come on, Lego. Lego, look. This is a 2x2 slope with no lip. Yet look at this 1x2 tile. It's got a lip. Whoa! What a concept!
Oh, you geek. I love it.
Just like to frickin' beat up Lego once in a while, you know? They did. I no longer work for them, so I do have that right to kind of beat them up a little bit because it totally wasn't all my fault, but it is one of those things where that's it just makes me laugh because it's like, you know what? And the 1x2s, the 1x2s you can't get off either. They don't have a lip either, so it's like, taking this mock apart's going to be fun because you can't bend. It's really tough to bend
That's where you use like a really thin shim stock or something to kind of just get under it.
You'll have to point that tool out and you'll have to know what that is.
Yeah. Okay, where did I put? All right. Where'd my? Oh, there they are. Ah! Oh, great! I broke a bin.
Yeah, you'll have to, if you have something like that, you'll have to kind of point it out sometime, and I'll have to take a look.
Oh. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8.
Better I just break the piece. It's not like can't get more of them.
Do what you must.
It's just a Lego brick.
Do what you must. Perfect.
Well, that's the thing is my brother's supposed to be going on a trip, and supposedly it's snowing pretty bad up where he's at. So, how's the weather out there?
Suppose it was a little strange yesterday. Had a little bit of a weird ice storm.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh, look at that. Chad's Brick Hobby's in the chat. He says, Reed is sure being hard on the tile ward. What do you think, Tanya? I think that little those snow kind of things look okay?
Yeah, I like the way you yeah, and maybe put like some white studs in, just some round white studs, just to give it a little bit of texture here and there.
Can I use the ones with holes in them?
It's up to you, sir.
That way I can almost maybe do my little I could actually do not only could it be the yellow brick road, but it could actually be could have my candy cane forest going around it too.
There you go.
That was the goal. I had what did I do with it? I actually have a plate somewhere, and that's where I gotta remember that because that's got the rest of my tiles on it, or some of the tiles. Is I actually built a yellow brick road. Let me actually go see if I can find that real quick. Chad's in the chat. Welcome, Chad. Checked it up the other day. Not sure what I did with it.
Camera goes flying down on the street. I'm just making a disaster right now.
Didn't that much. Actually, I did bring it down. Problem is, I gotta prop my show too. So it won't be a screen. So it's on one of my 16x32 white plates that I have. So here you go. So this is what I had. This is what I had at one point in time where I actually had a yellow brick gold road or whatever type thing, and then I had the and around the edges. I think I have some in here. I had. Because one of the years in Lug Bulk, I put these on the list. I put the sign, the hand sign, and then the little like swirl. I have my candy forest or my candy type thing, and so those can, always a fun, humorous thing to have. But then the one year I put these, and I should have thought about that this year. I wish I probably would have put that as a part. These 1x1 rounds, whites with the hole in them. Not only that, I put it on there. It was a cheap piece, so it made sense from the fact that it was a really, when you're trying to balance it, you're trying to get your money's worth. You could actually
fill something out.
Yeah, you had something that you could actually add some. Well, we do have it this year. We have that 1x1 cheese wedge, in light gray, which I did use a little bit too. I mean, I moved a whole bunch of stuff the other day. It was just like I said, it was like, you know, it's crazy just looking at it and stuff. I think I upped my fish count. I think I'm at 300 fish now.
Neat.
So there will be lots of fish in the moat. So which means I'll have to definitely make sure I have crocodiles then too. So what do you think? Now is that what you're saying?
Hang on.
Something like that? Like that? Is that what you're?
Give me a moment. I'm off to. I was changing my camera. Let's see here. Yeah, just scatter a few around. Just greeble it. Yeah.
Cool.
Right. Does chat agree? Does chats agree with me? Greeble it.
What's greebling?
If you don't know what greebling is, I'm sorry. You just gotta be fired now.
Hey, it's my stream. You can't fire me.
You're right. I can't. Cause you'll just quit.
Yeah, everybody they'll just vanish off the stream. We'll hear crickets again. What's funny is Kevin's like, he said he was on that train and stuff. But he forgets how late we stream. So, you know, he could still almost technically jump in
up for the last 10 minutes.
Give his 2 cents worth and yeah. Oh. Not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
What aren't you gonna say? See,
yeah,
got it wrong too. Oh well.
Yes, I was gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. I was gonna wait for you. Actually, you know what? I took those and put them on flowers too. I think like this. I did this too. I put the that little swirl thing on like a flower petal.
For the candy.
Yeah. Candy flowers and candy canes and.
Like I say, I've got to be more forgiving of people who just hear my name, but yeah.
Yeah, especially since he just joined us too. So.
He just joined. It's okay.
It's not a very wide yellow brick road, unfortunately. I didn't think about that, but that's okay. I guess it could be wider, but. Beggars can't be choosers.
Well, they can be, but it's not a setup for success. So.
So yeah, so there we go. If we do that, we get a little bit of.
It's like people ask me, they're like, "You're not much of a picky eater." I go, "Look, I grew up poor. You don't get the luxury of being a picky eater when you're poor. You just get freaking food or you don't."
There you go. There's Lord Business, you know, gone golfing. Now he's in the middle of who needs flowers around the Yellow Brick Road? We got like the candy cane forest, you know. Come on.
Oh. Yeah. Hopefully. So we're getting these support structures up.
It's okay, Chad. She won't hold it against you. At least tonight, anyway. Maybe the next time, though.
Yeah. Everyone gets one.
Oh, here we go. I have to mute myself here. Yes.
Yeah. That is correct, Jude. It's the TA. And don't pronounce it Tanya. It's ta. Soft A. Which is why everyone confuses it for an O, because they hear the soft A sound and they go, "Oh, that must be like an O." Like cot. Oh. As the city comes back together slowly after the train show from this weekend. Well, that was fun. I've got more of them built. That was a good shattering, wasn't that? Pieces everywhere! Did you even see it? Probably not. There we go. Let's see there. See, camera here. And let's switch to this one. And everyone can take a look. It's Tanya, I think. We're at Miss Brick Kitten. Yeah, that's me. I broke one of my support structures. That's okay though, because I don't need as many of them as I did originally because of the spacing I've chosen to space them a little bit differently. They're doing all right. Let's see here. Come on. Find your studs. Here we go. All right. 3 more to place. Then I could put the track back on the elevated supports, and it'll be cool. Because that's what I like. I like cool cities. Reed is on the big screen, Tanya. Oh, Reed, you geek. Well, I don't have the ability to freaking change that. And Reed is being silly and just been taking up all of the controls tonight. Yeah. There's that difference in dialect. We're speaking the same language, but we have different words for different things. It's alright. It's what makes life rich and interesting, is to have differences. It gets boring when everything's the same. Hopefully I'm not flashing y'all. I'm gonna have to do a city update video very soon, won't I? Right? Yay! Cool. So you can see 2 different camera angles as I'm working here. Oops. And there. And press. Go. I actually have 2 left over. Well, counting the one I shattered, I have 2 left over. So there. Let's switch cameras again. All right. So we're going to start over here in the corner. So that's a cliff face. I'm going to build a tunnel. After I put the track on it, I'll build a tunnel off of it. And we come over and out, and we're going to be walking down. And those are the supports for the elevated track that you see right here. All right, let's get this in place. Thanks, Chad. All right. Now, hopefully I got these spaced right. Okay, that one's locked in. I think I might have messed up the spacing on one of them. Alrighty. I accidentally offset by a stud. Nah, it's good.
Woo! Trying to make you jump, trying to scare you.
Didn't work.
Oh man, that stinks.
What?
I wanted to scare you.
Oh, sorry.
Those are pretty detailed suspension girders there. I don't know. Pretty sturdy.
These were suspension girders I designed off the pick-a-brick wall at the Lego store, and I kept testing them by putting my hands on top and just compressing them. And when I came to this design, I put all my weight on it, and then when it finally gave, it blew up all over the store. It was pretty good. It was funny.
Nice.
I was laughing. The clerk was laughing. It was good. That was a few years ago.
So are you just have your trains just sitting on the top there then?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any ability to put a layout.
I did see your lift at the in some of the pictures. Did you revamp it? Did you run it at all at the show?
I dropped it on the way in, so it was non-functioning. But it was
non-functioning, but it still looked good, is what you're trying to tell me.
It's exactly what I'm saying. It was identifiable. Some kid goes, "Daddy, what's that?" And he starts explaining it to him, and I go, "Thank you for recognizing it." And he goes, "Well, it's kind of obvious." I go, "It should work, but I dropped it on the way in." And the dad is all like, "Oh, that sucks." He goes, "I would have loved to have seen it work." And I go, "Yeah, me too. But, it's just the way it goes." Oh, I'm going to have to modify that section of the bridge.
So
that's all right. So yeah, I was rather disappointed that I couldn't get it running, or couldn't get it into the show in one piece. Kind of sucked.
So I'm hoping my mom had some trouble getting to the YouTube channel, so I'm hoping she found it. Luckily for me, my website actually does have a direct link to my channel, which is good. And since we have a live stream, when you click on my channel, I think the first thing there shows a live stream, so that's pretty cool. So I mean, obviously, if my mom jumps in, obviously my nephews will love it because my desk is a mess. I mean, obviously they can only see so much of it, but obviously if my mom jumps in, she can, they can see what I'm working on. So this is one of my plates I'm working on. And this is one of the plates. It's going to be a trench. It's a trench with a yellow brick road going through the middle of it, and I'm just kind of adding some, just some, nice candy canes, for some candy swirls.
That looks really good.
What looks really good?
It as a whole looks really good. We'll back up a little.
With mine or yours?
Mine.
Oh, look at that. Hoosier's back.
Hey,
Hoosier's back.
So, there we go.
Let's see. Let me put you on the big screen. Hold on. You're not on the big screen. Now you're on the big screen. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, so it rests on the mountain on the one side there then? The mountain's kind of like a support?
Yep, the mountain is a support on the other side, so I don't need two of the supports I made. And then I'm going to build the tunnel entrance right there, too, to make it look like the bookcase, blend the bookcase into the layout by making it look like a mountain or something that the trains are coming out.
If my mom is watching, Mom, see, look, I'm not the only one that's got a crazy Lego collection. I tried to explain that to her the other night. If Hoosier was in here, it'd be perfect because then Hoosier can show his city and be like, see, Mom, he even gets his whole city set up and be just like,
So, yeah. I had the same issue. My dad didn't want me to build in the.
Well, I mean, I am living at home, so I mean, she's helping me, save money and stuff. But I mean, this is kind of a hobby, and it's kind of
hobbies are hobbies. Whether it be needlepoint or knitting or sewing or cooking, every hobby has its costs and its space requirements. Yeah, and that's just the way it works.
Yeah, actually, and Hoosier, I stopped in a little bit last night for the Building Live without Brick Vibe again, just for a little bit to kind of check it out. And I had to bowl, and I'm trying to stay connected with the team while I bowl. Didn't really help. I probably should have just been on the stream because I bowled pretty crappy last night. One average game, one pretty decent game, and then one game that I wish I could have gone and buried my head in a hole somewhere. But
everyone has those days, man. Don't take it too personally. It's just it happens.
I thought I had more flowers with these canes on here. So Hoosier, are you in your Lego room? Are you gonna jump on it all, or it's up to you? Can if you want. I can send you a new invite if you need one. Oops. I mean, I was going to say, if my mom is here, if my mom decided to jump in, she could always maybe type in the chat too or whatever. Maybe have my nephews show her how to do that, I guess. So, yeah, and Hoosier, your garage does look pretty awesome. I mean, I have to admit, it's a pretty sweet one. Pretty sweet. Nothing like having an awesome garage. And actually, what's wild is I actually went by that the one here in Wisconsin that looks like the kind of could be the inspiration for it. Went by there again, took some more pictures of it. Pretty cool. Let's see here, we got some. Whoop, get that on the bottom. So. Yeah. I thought I had one that needed. Oh, there we go. This one needs another pedal. Oh, that one needs. Oh, I thought I had some pedals. And I think I have more of these candy cane elements somewhere. I don't think they're in here though. I don't know where they all went to though. Oh, there's a whole flower. Another flower. Another flower. So actually, what I probably should do is I probably should have those magical 4 people that should be out here. I don't know where they're at. There's one, not that one. There's 2. There's 3, and well, you know what's funny is I do need to make it bigger because they won't fit. They won't fit side by side on this yellow brick road. Guess I'll have to just kind of. Guess they'll have to be playing. I guess they'll have to just be walking. Oh, you know what? With Dorothy's skirt, she doesn't really
fit easily.
She can't even really walk without tripping over her own. Yeah, maybe I did the skirt wrong. It's possible. Now I wish I had some. I wish I had some like trans, or I wish I had some chrome or metallic gold plates. Because the bricks have the studs on them, but the tiles do not. So, well, I'm gonna drop that. But there's not to pull it back out. So there we go. There we go. Now we got the crew on the yellow brick road, and they are walking single file. They did not leave room for them to walk side by side.
They could walk in the snow next to it.
They could, but that I mean, I'm not covered in snow, and nobody says that they're not allergic to snow. They could be allergic to snow.
They could be. That would be bad then.
So, Hoosier, were you thinking of jumping in or anything? No, yes, maybe, possibly. Not quite as exciting without more people in here. Whoa, what was it? Somebody dig into a bunch. So we got some flowers. Oh, I do need to find. I did have a bag of something in here. I don't know. How many people we got watching right now? I don't even know. Don't even know. 5 watching. Not very many. I think. Let's see. Double check. Recycle it. 6 watching. We got 6 people watching. 6 people watching. Probably need to use these ice bear pendants. These guys. I got to figure out how to. Oh, I got to figure out how to reuse those again. Got too many bags of miscellaneous stuff scattered everywhere. All the different shows I've done, and stuff gets just thrown everywhere. Look at that. There's a. Oh yeah, I got a wizard. Ooh. 7, cool. I'm hoping maybe my mom is watching, so we'll see. I know, well, she might. I mean, I directed her to my website, which has got pages upon pages. I finally just went back to the pro on that one so I could have all my pages again. So. Another little expenditure, you know, but, you know, the rest of the websites are on the standard, but that one I went back to the pro so I'd get all the pages. So I'd get more than the 5 or 6 pages. I needed them all.
Yeah.
So if you went to that website, she could be on that website for a while. Did update it the other day. Updated some of the show stuff, updated the all the current stuff I'm working on and all that. So
very cool.
It hasn't been updated in a while, so I needed to do some
a little bit of remodeling.
Yeah, you know. I'm trying to think, what did I do? I needed to add it just hasn't been, I haven't done much of a good job of it lately, so concentrating on the stream and haven't really been doing too much with the website, but some pictures, edits, more of the, I think I added a new page about some of the remote remodel and stuff, so, but let's see here. Back to here. So, I'm on the big screen. So let's see here. Pull myself off the big screen. Just looking for my food tray. Food tray, which I know I had the other day. I just don't know where Yeah, see, I got a bunch of these suckers already made. Problem is, I might have to take some of them apart so I can put them on flowers.
Why do you have green in the snow wasteland? You shouldn't have green. No green.
Well, you know, it's elevated off the ground. Elevated off the ground. See, that's how it ends up like that. But see, this tells you how many I got. So here you go.
Yeah.
I got a few more of those
lollipops.
Lollipop, lollipop, my little lollipop. Well, you know, I guess what we could put right in the middle of this for us, which would be quite interesting, and people would probably wonder, you know, where this force is at, is we could probably put some of these guys in here. So maybe some brick and donuts and some bricky cream.
Oh goodness.
A whole dozen of those in there, you know. Hey, you know, I've got my brick dew. Yeah, my brick dew. Yeah, I got some of that. You know, I got that. Not drinking any tonight, but I got Hoosier. If Hoosier's watching Hoosier, I got your dew right here, buddy. I got your fix for tonight, right there. Hopefully that's enough for you. Hopefully that'll whet your appetite. If not, you're out of luck. That's all I got.
All right.
You getting off?
Exhausted. I'm gonna get off. I love y'all, but I'm just long week and still feeling a little under the weather. And I've got what I wanted to get done today done.
That's fine.
Feels like a little off.
Who knows? Maybe we'll luck out. Maybe I'll luck out and Hoosier will jump on. If not, you know, maybe we'll have to end the stream.
Yep. All right. Anyhow, Lego, who's not talking to us, and Reed, you all have a great night. Everyone in the chat, you all have a great night too. All right.
Goodbye.
I will see you all next turnaround. Okay. Have a great one.
Bye. Yeah. What are you saying, Insomniac? I need 20 million of those? No, I probably have a couple hundred of them though, but you know. Of those, you know, if I was going to do that across, you know, six things, you know, I don't know how many I had. I could probably figure that out pretty quick. Let's see here. Right where I need to go. Let's see. Let's see here. I'll go to a certain spreadsheet I have. Does anybody want to jump in? Chad, Hoosier, anybody want to jump in here? I'm probably thinking I probably need to end this here anyways, but we're probably going to get off here and end and prep for tomorrow. Let's see here. So I think I have. Let's see here. See if this is the year I got them. Let's see here. That was this year. That was the pie. Ice lolly. Ice cream. Let's see, maybe 2014. Ice cream white. $250 of them. So we got 250 of the lollipop thing. 250 of them, and I think I did 250 of 250 of the science stops and 250 of the lolly. So well, I think I'm gonna probably end the live stream, guys. How's your snowplow coming, Em?
I mean, I've got a cab to it. The front is a bit weird looking now because I don't know how I'm going to attach the front plow, and I still need to build the front plow and the side plow. I don't like how short the back is. So, but I can't really do it any longer. Also, it'll look too long. So.
Yeah, unless you try and build it, maybe try and go 8 wide, maybe, or something.
I prefer to do 6 wide though.
Yeah, I mean that'd be about probably the only way. I mean, otherwise, what you probably need is you need the to attach it. You might need like the plates with the clip or whatnot to be able to, maybe attach something that way, possibly.
Yeah. I've seen something before in a book. It was like it showed you instructions on how to make like a full size snowplow, but like the way they attached like one of these pieces onto it was like very interesting. So I'm just trying to remember how that happened. So
well, the other thing too is if you had some older parts, they had like an old I want to say an old coupling system where it actually where you'd have two for like almost like a train where it was a 2x4 plate, and they just pivoted. If you had one of those that you could maybe put underneath the cab, it would maybe hook to that. Otherwise, there's probably some kind of a there's got to be something out there that would hook to other than that. I'm trying to think. Trying to think what the piece is. That, or what you need to do is maybe see if you can hunt for that piece in Bricklink, and then maybe see what set it was in, and maybe see if there's like a what it's attached with.
Yeah, but I'm trying to use like only parts that I currently have because I'm kind of low on money.
Well, but that might actually even tell you if it's something that you might even have too. It might, because what it'll probably do is it'll tell you what sets it was in, and if you already have those sets, you might be something that you've actually got on a vehicle or something that you were unaware that's why it was being used for that. It might be used in a different purpose. Something to think about.
Yeah.
Especially if you can find that piece. Because if you can find that piece that you currently have, and then if you search that piece, because it's probably a modified plate, and then on Bricklink it should tell you what sets it was in, and it might tell you how it was attached. Because you might even have the piece. You never know. It's kind of wild. I mean, that's at least a good for resource too. Is it might have multiple vehicles with multiple attachment methods, and that where you got different ideas for that too. Oh, that might work too.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this as we were talking. I mean, somewhat. It gets it close enough. Like, I feel like a nice distance to the cab. I would need to find these in like a nicer color, not just random colors for my spare parts. But
well, the nice thing is too is you could probably look, like you said, on Bricklink on the hinge plate and see what colors is in, what sets it was in, and because we don't all memorize exactly what set every piece is in. That would be pretty cool if we could. And so you might have them hidden in a set that you haven't built in many years, and so Bricklink's kind of
most of my unbuilt sets are actually recent sets.
Well, the other thing too is if it's something too that you was like an older
had once before.
Well, that, or if you built it in a while and you don't know where the instructions are too, you remember you can always download instructions from Lego too, so you can see exactly how it was used and how it was attached. And so there's a lot of good resources out there. Brickset and Bricklink pretty much will help you find whatever what you're looking for, and then obviously the instructions. I actually downloaded instructions the other day for one of the new sets for the what's the game out there? Overwatch. Just because one of the pieces on our lug book is a piece that I haven't seen before, and I didn't know how they used it, and so I was like, okay, but I couldn't see in the pictures of the set how it was used, so I had to download it and go from there. So. Well, I think we're gonna end the stream.
Okay.
We're going on 3 hours. That's not too bad for tonight. We didn't have a lot of people. I think, let me look real quick here. Where's my phone? That would have been the easiest way to look, but I can't find it. So, look here. Okay.